Perfect.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Reaction Therapy. I am your resident psychotherapist, Tom Stevens, here to break down the lyrics to some awesome music. And another journey keeps going on. Today, we are following up with Dax again. I have made it through a couple of them, and we are going on to the third of Dax. We've done the Joker, we've done the Joker Returns, and now we get to dive into Dear Alcohol. This has to do with drinking. I saw a post somewhere where he had actually stopped drinking alcohol. It was living in sobriety, which is amazing. What a journey. Love to have a conversation with him about this and what it's been like. It's why I had to wear my balance keeps me stable shirt. You know, I say that all the time. Eating, exercise, rest, keeping balance in your life with all these three things allows us to be stable mentally as well as physically, so we're not stumbling over. Remember, balance keeps me stable. Go to our merch website, reactiontherapy.us. The link's in the description here. Check out the different merch we have, but also the Patreon page. Go check that out too. Lots of extra videos there. Joker Returns is actually over there on Patreon. You want to check that out for sure. All different kinds of tiers for you over there. Please go check out Patreon. Help support us and help support Nick. Behind the scenes, he is grinding away, the brains of this operation. Thank you for being a part of Reaction Therapy. I really appreciate you being here. I appreciate you supporting us, following, giving us comments and feedback all of the time. It is so wonderful to see. What a great family. So, without further ado, let us dive into Dax and Dear Alcohol. I think I'm ready. I'm hoping this is inspirational, uplifting, and I hope I can keep up and follow the lyrics of this song. So without further ado, let's get into Dax, Dear Alcohol. Oh boy. Oh my God. Oh, hey, he's typing something. At least I can keep up with those lyrics. He's got liquor bottles drowning in liquor. It's like he's in a pool of it with bottles everywhere. And he's actually saying something, I feel like, to it. So I was not prepared for that pool of liquor. Just a note to alcohol. It's like a conversation. I've said it many times before. When you're in addiction, actively in addiction of anything, that substance, that thing that you're addicted to, whatever, even if it's not an actual substance, it can be an activity or an event or a person or whatever, that thing that you're addicted to consumes your life and it takes over. It pushes everything and everybody else out of your life so that you can only survive if you have that. At least that's what it wants you to believe. It's not actually true, but it is a very convincing argument. So it will suffocate you of all of the good in any other relationships and push everybody away. So all you have is that thing that you're addicted to. Very unhealthy. And it creates a scrambled brain where your thinking becomes kind of messed up and you're not able to think clearly and rationally. If you've ever seen somebody who's addicted to something, you'll see that just in having a conversation with them because they think they're totally fine, normal, looking good, feeling good, acting good. And you're like, man, their thinking's crazy. Their speech is crazy. Their life choices are crazy. They might look unbathed. They might look unkept and they think they're totally fine, but they're not. Okay. Public service announcement by Tom.
I got wasted cause I didn't want to deal with myself tonight. My thoughts get drowned until I feel alright.
This sounds like a country song. Oh my goodness, what a great sound. I was waiting for Dax to go at it. I got wasted because I don't. And what a, my roots are in country music back when I was a teenager and listened to all kinds of good old country. And that's what I always attract to that. I can listen to that any day of the week. Maybe not when I'm working out and grinding away or jogging or something, but when this is got a great sound. And it's like he's describing the reason he would drink, the reason he would use. And oh man, what a cool sound. Let's go back. Woo, that beat drop.
I got wasted cause I didn't want to deal with myself tonight.
Yep.
My thoughts get drowned until I feel
Oh, yeah.
alright. I keep drinking till I'm someone I don't recognize. I got wasted cause I didn't want to deal with myself tonight. My thoughts get drowned until I feel alright. I keep drinking till I'm someone I don't recognize. I got wasted.
I want to know if this guy's ever do a 12-step meeting, because number one, fire beat, song, amazing, 10 out of 10. I love this song going on my playlist. The best part of our Spotify playlist that's titled Reaction Therapy is that it is updated every single week. And it's amazing to be able to have this now, something I can listen to after this, because these words, this is straight out of a 12-step meeting. Even if he's never been, he said it perfectly here. I didn't want to deal, like a way to escape myself, like the honest, when you look in a mirror, it's why we don't look in a mirror at ourselves a lot, is because we don't want to see what we see in our eyes. We don't want to see the sadness, the anger, the despair, the loneliness, the insecurity, the hopelessness. We don't want to see all that. Gets wasted to not deal with himself. And then the drink, keep going until you feel okay. And when you drink enough, you start to feel okay. Everything gets numbed and washed away, and you actually feel a little bit better. So I keep drinking till I'm someone I don't recognize, because I don't like myself. I don't like who I am at this point. I want to become somebody else. So I got wasted. I had to become a different person in order to do that. I had to get wasted. And the cycle continues, because you wake up the next day and what happens? Groundhog's Day. Here I am looking at myself again and my life again. All the circumstances still the same. So I got to go do it again. The endless cycle of despair. Dax, so well said out of the gate.
Until I'm someone I don't recognize. I got wasted. Repeat the cycle every day. I gotta start with a drink. My life been getting sorta crazy and I don't wanna think. I look myself right in the mirror and I don't even blink. Then I get angry, take the rest and pour it right in the sink. I know where this road goes. Alcohol ain't my friend, but I keep drinking cause these demons roaming. Follow me around everywhere I go. It clouds my mind and soul. It turns my heart cold. But I keep drinking cause it makes me feel like I'm not alone.
Oh, Dax, so well said. I keep drinking because it makes me feel like I'm not alone. It's the endless cycle of knowing this is killing me. I had a guy in my office one time, a long time ago, who told me he was an alcoholic, had been sober for almost 20 years. And he had told me he'd gotten so bad, he didn't have blackouts anymore, he had whiteouts. And he would drink and still stay conscious, but would just be out. And he said, I would look at the drink and I would say, I'm going to die from this drink. And then he would continue to drink it because it's all he had. Otherwise, he'd feel so alone. And Dax is saying, I drink literally to just not be alone, to have a friend with me. That drink is my friend. And it may not be a nice friend all the time, but it's a friend that doesn't talk back. It's a friend that always gives me that feeling. And man, well, this is just perfect. Great job.
Follow me around everywhere I go. It clouds my mind and soul. It turns my heart cold. But I keep drinking cause it makes me feel like I'm not alone. I'm having problems, my pride won't let me reach out. Looking at this bottle, having nothing but doubt. Don't wanna drink, but it keeps coming around and around and around. I got wasted cause I didn't wanna deal with myself tonight. My thoughts get drowned until I feel alright. I keep drinking till I'm someone I don't recognize. I got wasted.
Look at him just elevating off the ground, getting high off the drink, becoming somebody totally someone else, and not proud of who you are, like at that point. So remember this. This is so applicable to everybody in life. I don't care what addiction you've ever had. By the way, so many of us have had that. It could be any substance. It could be anything. It could be money, drugs, alcohol, sex, gambling, exercise, food. We can go on and on. Work. It can be anything that you cannot get away from, or that you have to have in order to survive. And the point to that being, that's why my wife always has a mantra in our home of anything in moderation. Moderation is the key. And most alcoholics, or I'll just say alcoholics because that's what this is about, will say, I can manage it. Like I can stop if I want to, right? And he's just being straight up honest here that I think a lot of people can relate to. I couldn't stop. I had to have this. It was the only thing that made me feel normal, but I knew it was crazy. I mean, I'm not kidding you. Like I know inside, this is what I think he's saying. I know how bad this is. I'd want to pour it out, but then I'd drink it. And like, I'd want to, go through the day sober, but I couldn't because I can't face myself and my life realistically without the drink. And it's critical to know there are other ways to do it. There's plenty of support, but I promise you, and Dax will be probably the first to tell you, you just can't suck it up, white knuckle it like people try to do it. Just, I'm going to try so hard today to not drink. You just can't. You can only do that so long. You can do it for a little bit, but you've got to have support systems around you. You've got to have people around you. You've got to have uplifting, motivational people who won't let you fall back into that. You've got to have good mental health treatment. You've got to have good chemical dependency treatment so that you do all the things and put everything in place. It's like having a financial advisor for your money so that you make the best decisions possible for your future. And so much dealing with addiction concerns the present. Like, I just want to escape now. I don't care about what the consequences are. I'm going to go for it now.
Until I'm someone I don't recognize. I got wasted cause I didn't want to deal with myself tonight. My thoughts get drowned until I feel alright. I keep drinking till I'm someone I don't recognize. I got wasted, I know I need to quit. I gotta do better. Example to these kids, cause they watching when I'm there. But I'm scared, cause I've been chasing the man that I am when I start to drink.
All the role model that he is, all the people that look up to him, whether it's your own children in life or whether it's children, youth, teenagers out in the world that see you as a performer for him. He's got so many people looking up to him. And how he says, I'm scared. A lot of people see entertainers as these just, powerful beings who can tolerate anything. They can't. They're broken just like the rest of us. They're regular people. But what happens is things go so fast, you get caught up in the system, you get caught up in an addiction, and all of a sudden it controls you, it decides for you, and there's no more balance left in your life to be able to go back to normal. Normal now is completely different. And once you cross the line, like I said, from problem using into addiction, you can't go back. Now you can't live with that substance anymore. It's just not possible. You will go right back into addiction again. But for him to say, I'm scared, like, I don't know if I could be this, I'm guessing. I don't know if I can be the guy that I want to be. I don't know if I can actually do this. Sometimes it's easier to stay in addiction because that way you always stay down. Once you lift up and you become somebody that you always wanted to be, you risk falling back down again. And man, that's more painful sometimes than just staying down.
I'm scared, cause I've been chasing the man that I am when I start to drink. He's cocky, confident, and he don't give a damn what you think. This world is beating me down and it's pushed me right to the brink. I take a shot every time because man, it helps me escape. I'm taking care of these people, but no one takes.
The pressure of life. I'm sorry. I'm going to go back and let this play through because it is so well said and sung. The pressure of life just keeps telling you, just use. You can't, it's too much pressure. You can't take it. You can't handle it. You can't stand up to it. You can't make it. You need me. You've got to have me. Take a drink. Go for it. And the pressure's so strong. And when you're all alone and you don't have anybody there in support, you end up doing it. It's like, I'm so scared. This drinking helps me escape. It is my escape mechanism from reality. It's also my escape mechanism from being let down or my escape mechanism from failing. And so I use it to be able to pretend that life is okay. It's a mirage for me, but you actually can change your life and get high, as they say, on life just by having your regular routine, by making better choices for yourself when it comes to eating, when it comes to exercise, when it comes to rest and balance in your daily living. with people that you're with and things you do when you listen to music and read books and plant in a flower bed or go for a walk or volunteer somewhere, and you do things that fill your time that you don't allow you to escape, you'd be amazed at how good your life can be. And I think he would probably say that today. I'm going to go back and let's run this through.
And I start to drink, he's cocky, confident, and he don't give a damn what you think. This world is beating me down and it's pushed me right to the brink. I take a shot every time because man, it helps me escape. I'm taking care of these people, but no one takes care of me. I wanna talk to somebody, but I feel no one relates. I need better now. I think I've lost my way. I'm having battles with faith. It's painted right on my face. I hope better times are coming.
When he says that, battles with faith, it's painted right on his face. And that video description of the light shining, like God comes right through the window on his face when he says battles with faith. And it's like, boom. And I see it as like, God's there. I can say it all day about myself when I've said I've screwed so many things up. There has to be a God, because I would not be in the position I'm in today in life with the opportunity and joy and happiness and people that I get to know, even through reaction therapy, without God doing something to orchestrate that. And that's possibly what he's using this music for, and through to people with DAX. Because don't tell me there's not battles with faith when you're using alcohol like that, because that becomes your God. Any addiction, that thing becomes your God, and you worship that, and you have to have that because it is the Almighty. It rules over everything else. And all you have to do is ask people around you. If people around you think you've got a problem with something and there's a consensus of people, something's going on. You need to pay attention to that. But he's just being so honest.
I need better now. I think I've lost my way. I'm having battles with faith. It's painted right on my face. I hope better times are coming. No chase, but I'm still running. I gotta take control, and I won't stop on nothing. Dear God, this is my test. Promise that I do my best. Just help me with this pain. I feel and pressure that is on I got wasted cause I didn't want to deal with myself tonight. My thoughts get drowned.
Can we hear it again, Dax? That was just like church, man. That was so good the way he said that. Please, 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 please. Listen to that part that he says, because those last few lines were key. I got to take control and I won't stop for nothing. I've got to do it. I've got to find a way. And that's through a lot of help and support. Dear God, this is my test. Promise that I'll do my best. It's all that's asked is go to work. Get your hands dirty. Get down into the mud and start digging and start working around on things. Just help with this pain I feel and pressure that is on my chest. Because you get to the point of saying, I can't do this anymore. I surrender. I give up. I am done. I have run as far into the ground as I can. My life is as far down as I want it to be. And I need help and I can't do it. Step 1 of a 12-step program, right? I can't do it. I'm powerless over this. And, step 2, got to have some other power, higher power, which I would consider God, to help me get out of this. Step 3, I think I'm going to turn my will and my life over to this God. So step 1, 2, 3 of 12-step programs, I can't, he can, I think I'll let him, is basically how it's broken down. You got to realize the powerlessness. Then you got to realize there is another power that's greater than you that can actually heal this. And number 3, you got to be able to turn your entire life over to that power. That's what 12 steps is based on. And he's just saying, please take the pain away. I'm going to do my best. Intervene, please. And I just love the way that's said. Please do it again, Dax.
And I won't stop on nothing. Dear God, this is my test. Promise that I do my best. Just help me with this pain I feel and pressure that is on I got wasted cause I didn't want to deal with myself tonight. My thoughts get drowned until I feel alright. I keep drinking till I'm someone I don't recognize.
Yep.
I got wasted cause I didn't want to deal with myself tonight. My thoughts get drowned until I feel alright. I keep drinking till I'm someone I don't recognize. I got wasted.
Oh. Wow. Final message. And at the end of the video, he's there drinking, man. Oh no. I don't even know if I want to see what this says, but I'm going to go for it.
Wasted.
Dude, this is complete facts. Like, this says it all. Dear alcohol, I found out you were even worse than what they said. Sometimes I try to remember the good times, but you actually made me forget most of those memories instead. What a great way to say it. Dear alcohol, I found out you were actually worse than they said. Like, you try to remember the good times and it's like, but you're the one that actually made me forget most of the memories. So it's doing the exact opposite of what you think it would do. What a great ending. Let's do it again. There's Dax and Dear Alcohol. I could probably spend all day talking about Dax music, just breaking it down, but also with this topic that I think is so relevant. And remember the mission statement of reaction therapy, which is to bring mental health awareness to the world through music and lyrics. Like, this is it. This is the story of there is redemption, recovery, and possibility, hope in the future to be able to live a different life than you're living today. There is an opportunity to do that. Remember, this isn't real therapy, just Tom breaking down lyrics, but we have resources, links in our bio that you can go to if you want real help, because you deserve it and everybody does. That is critical to know, because when it comes to addiction, I'm telling you, it only gets worse. It is a progressive illness. It doesn't get better. And you cannot just heal from this on your own. Maybe there's one or two people out there in the world that have done that in life, but I promise you, in 25 years of working with this, addiction is a progressive illness, and it will only catch up with you and get worse with time. And when you stop and then go back into it, it's as if you've never stopped, and it just keeps the cycle going. So please get help, or help somebody you know get help if they need that too. Thank you so much for being here. Go check out our Patreon page for more Dax and other reactions as well that aren't here on YouTube, because it's a great way to support us and Nick and all of our operation here that we are loving doing. Thank you so much for spending the time. Dax, I hope I get a chance to talk with you, have a conversation with you about life and where you've been, where you've come from, and where you're going, because I love the music and what we've seen so far. And I appreciate all y'all. Go to our Discord, but check out the links in our bio. It has everything there. Got some merch you can get to, but we are having a blast. Thank you, everybody, for being a part of Reaction Therapy. And I can't wait to see you on the next Reaction Therapy.